So I just recently celebrated my birthday, and like most people, you may think I am about to do a video about, or I would like to do a video about all the things I've learned so far in my 20s or in my 30s or whatever. By the way, I'm in my 20s. But that is not what I am going to talk about today. Let's talk about what I have learned from failures. As always, I have my little old notebook. It's not very little. My old notebook from a very long time ago. I have like a ton of ideas written down in here, like things I've learned over the years, everything written here, and I still write in these for my YouTube videos to gather my thoughts for each and every video. So let's get right into today's video. Just like any other person, I have failed a ton of times. Believe it or not, your favorite YouTuber has failed so many times. Your favorite celebrity, your favorite singer, whoever you look up to, whoever you may think may not have issues or problems in their lives, they actually do, because they're human just like you and me. And in today's video, I'm going to share about what I've learned from my failures and how it has changed and shaped my mindset up until now. The first thing I am going to share is that failure does not define you or your potential. Most of the time when we fail at doing certain things, we feel like, okay, that means that I don't have the potential, I cannot get there, I cannot do this. But failure does not determine your potential. There's just so much you can do. First of all, when you put your mind to it. Second, when you put in the effort to actually learn how to do them and take your time to harness that skill or that potential, and it's going to be a part of you. The number of times you have failed does not mean that you do not have that potential or that talent or that thing that you yearn to do or have passion to do so much. It just means that you need to work a little harder in order to get there. The next thing that I have learned is that people's opinion about your obvious failure does not concern you. You need to differentiate the valid and constructive opinion from them. So most of the time, we are afraid that people will see that we are obviously failing, even though we actually are. And even when they do, you can tell how their actions change towards you, or the things that they're literally saying about your failures and the opinions that they're putting out there. And I want to tell you that their opinions are not what you are. Actually, there's a way you can go about people's opinions about your obvious failure. And failure is not a good thing, so you can't tell me that somebody is saying something good about you failing. Well, yes, people can say things like you can do it again, blah, 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 blah. But usually, most of these people are even happy that you're not there because they're comparing you to themselves. Now, this is what you're going to do about negative opinions about you failing countless times. You're going to pick the constructive criticism among these opinions and the things that are valid or not. It's either you take or discard. And also, do not take these opinions very personal. Like I said, sometimes people are just comparing themselves to you and trying to push their frustrations through you because they have also failed. So not taking this personal will go a long way to not drag you behind emotionally as well. The next thing that I have learned is actually a good news. It's a point, or was a point of realization for me, and it is that it will be up to me to change the narrative, or at least try, for my own peace and happiness sake. And that can be the same for you. Do not let your current narrative determine the rest of your life, else you may live the rest of your life very, very miserable. If you have to change your narrative in the way of your career, in the way of your faith, in the way of your entire life and happiness, relationships, people you surround yourself with, your support system, then you need to do or start doing that right now. Of course, it's not going to be easy. Healing your circle is not easy. changing your career is not easy, but I've seen people who are way happier when they have made decisions that are more in line with themselves rather than what people are trying to put onto them or force onto them. When you do things more that you are making decisions for, you tend to be more happier, and that could be a starting point for you to change your whole direction. And the very last thing is that you learn from your failures as you keep trying. When you get to your pivot, greatness, all those skills will be at your disposal. You only have to push the button. And this is absolutely true. I haven't stopped about talking about how I started my YouTube channel years ago and the things that I've gone through with this YouTube channel thing, and how I am finally here because I really just decided to step into myself after years and years of trying and failing to be more aligned with myself, because I was literally scared of what might come out of it, what people might say, and all of that stuff. But then getting more into myself and then trying and failing on its own has made me have certain skills that I never thought I could have, and made things more easier for me. When I started trying to film YouTube videos in self-development or any other field, I would take hours to get confidence to speak to the camera or to say my mind. I would literally try to curate everything, every little word, and that was not helping because it feels like I was reading from the internet and trying to pour out. But with the experiences that I've learned so far, trying to relay them by just putting down the point and then sharing my heart together with you makes it more like I'm not a robot and I'm literally speaking out of the things that I've learned and really want to share. And these skills have come in so handy that I can edit by myself, I know how to film, camera angles, all of those things. And if one day I get a good audience, I would like to start a vlog channel to get you into my days and get you motivated when you're not in other ways visually. And I know that at that time also these skills will come in quite handy. And these are the things that I have learned from failures. Do not let your failures hold you back. The whole feeling behind failing is a huge thing, that people are afraid that what if they find out that I'm failing? What if they find out that I wasn't able to do this because I couldn't get there? So what? Is it their journey or your journey? And are you going to change that narrative or not? That is your call. Thank you so much for watching. I am so grateful that you're here, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye now.